In a cozy, dimly lit living room, a grandfather sat in his favorite armchair, surrounded by his eager grandchildren. Their wide eyes gleamed with anticipation, knowing that Grandpa was about to share another one of his enchanting stories. "Grandpa, tell us a story!" pleaded little Lily, the youngest of the bunch. Grandpa Benjamin chuckled, his warm smile crinkling the corners of his wise eyes. "Of course, my dear!" The children leaned in closer, their faces aglow in the flickering firelight. The children listened in rapt attention, their hearts filled with the wisdom of their grandfather's words. They knew that these stories were not just tales of his past but lessons for their future.
In the heart of the kingdom lay a lush and expansive field that held the promise of beauty and growth. One bright morning, Persian king, a just and compassionate ruler, decided to venture outside the castle walls to witness the land he cared for so deeply. Dressed in regal attire, he set forth accompanied by a small retinue of trusted guards and advisors. As they walked through the vibrant fields, the king's eyes widened with wonder at the sight of colorful wildflowers swaying in the gentle breeze. The golden sun illuminated the land, casting a warm glow that seemed to bless every inch of the soil. Amidst this picturesque scene, King noticed an old man diligently planting a young sapling near a bubbling brook. Curiosity piqued, the king approached the man with a respectful nod. The old man's hands were weathered, each wrinkle telling a story of years spent nurturing the earth. His eyes, though aged, twinkled with a wisdom that could only come from a life lived in harmony with nature. "Good day, wise sir," King greeted warmly. "It warms my heart to witness such dedication to the land. What tree is it that you plant with such care?" The old man paused his work and straightened, acknowledging the king with a gentle smile. "Your Majesty," he replied in a voice as gentle as the breeze, "I am planting an oak sapling, a symbol of strength, endurance, and the passage of time." The king nodded appreciatively. "A fitting choice, indeed. Tell me, old man, what motivates you to plant this tree?" The old man's eyes softened as he looked at the young king. "Sire, I plant this tree not for myself, but for the generations yet to come. I have witnessed the cycles of nature, the ebb and flow of life, and I believe that every action we take today echoes into the future." King nodded in understanding. "You have a profound perspective, my friend. Your wisdom speaks of a legacy that extends beyond our own lifetimes." With a humble chuckle, the old man responded, "Indeed, Your Majesty. As rulers and caretakers of this land, it is our duty to ensure that the beauty and bounty we enjoy now will be preserved for those who will follow in our footsteps." The king stood in contemplation, absorbing the old man's words. Together, they watched as the sapling took root in the fertile soil. In that moment, a shared understanding blossomed between them, a connection that transcended age and status. Before parting ways, King extended his hand in gratitude. "Thank you for your wisdom and dedication, my friend. Your lesson is one I shall carry with me always." The old man's eyes twinkled once more as he grasped the king's hand. "May your reign be as steadfast as the trees you protect, Your Majesty." With a final nod, the king and his retinue continued their journey through the field, leaving behind the old man and the young tree. As time flowed onward, the oak sapling grew tall and strong, a living testament to the encounter between a wise old man and a king who recognized the value of nurturing both the land and the lessons of those who tended it.
Grandchildren fell asleep with dreams of their own adventures, knowing that their grandfather's stories were a treasure that would guide them on their own journeys through life.